Big breaking transfer news this evening for Manchester United. There has been a lot of reports coming out this evening from the Telegraph that Diogo Dalot, or however you pronounce this guy's name, from Porto, a right back, is potentially on his way to Manchester United. Now, I've heard of the name. I'm not too sure how you pronounce the guy's name, but I don't know anything about the guy. All I know is he plays for Porto and he is 19 years of age. I've just looked him up on Wikipedia and he's played some games for Porto in and around the last season, but I don't know any more really than that. Portuguese player, that's all I really know. And this has come as a bit of a surprise for me, for Manchester United, if we are to sign this guy up. I wasn't really expecting Manchester United to go out and sign a young fullback at the age of 19, but the limited options for a right back position to get a real world-class one, I'm not too sure how many are out there and available for Manchester United to go out there and to get one right now. So maybe Jose Mourinho is looking at this guy as having massive potential for the future, and hopefully Jose Mourinho is building something, a team that he feels that will go on and be successful in 1 to 2, 3 years time, as well as at the present as well. The only negative side of this is that Manchester United will have Fosu Mensah back from his loan spell now, as he ended it with Crystal Palace. Now, he had a number of fantastic games last season, putting in a man of the match performance, I remember, against Manchester City when he ended their fantastic winning run. And he obviously did have some ups and downs. He wasn't featuring a lot towards the end of the season. I'm not too sure if that was injury. But he is 20 years of age. Now, this guy who Manchester United are potentially signing from Porto is 19 years of age. Now, Fosu Mensah has got Premier League experience. Now, if you're going to keep Fosu Mensah and this new guy coming in, what are we going to do? Because we've still got Antonio Valencia on the Manchester United books as well. If you have 3 players in the right back position, at least one of them isn't going to get enough game time next season. And I do hope that if Manchester United keep Fosu Mensah, he is given enough game time to the extent of what he was getting at Crystal Palace. Otherwise, he may choose to move on, and I would hate to think that Manchester United would sell Fosu Mensah with the Premier League experience that he's got. This guy has played a number of games last season for Porto, I believe, but playing in the Portuguese League is completely different to coming to Manchester United and playing in the Premier League. Now, we will just have to wait and see what happens with this signing, but obviously Manchester United really do need a player in the right back position. Antonio Valencia is, as the season progressed, was not up to standard for Manchester United, and that started to really cost Manchester United dearly with playing Ashley Young and Antonio Valencia as our fullbacks. No way can Manchester United be playing these two next season if we want to challenge for the Premier League title. Now, so I'm happy and positive with the signing that he's unknown to most Manchester United fans, so we don't know what to expect. So it is going into the unknown, and it's exciting times, but also on the other hand, it is a bit worrying times that if his inexperience and obviously his lack of game time in a top European league could potentially hamper Manchester United next season. And if Fosu Mensah goes, we would be relying on Antonio Valencia again. If this guy has dips in form, which he will do in his first season, he's not going to be nowhere near the finished article. I'm hoping that if Manchester United do sign this guy, that it will be him. Manchester United will obviously be paying, I think, around £17 million for him, so it's not a huge fee for the guy, considering this day and age in this market. But if Manchester United are buying him, I would presume Manchester United are thinking of him as being certainly the long-term successor to Antonio Valencia in that right-back position. But I'd also be expecting Manchester United to be buying him on the chance that they'd be looking to give him a good, decent number of games next season. So it does really worry me about Fosu Mensah. If Fosu Mensah and this new guy here, Dalot, are going to battle it out for that right-back position next season and both share the opportunity of game time, then I'll be very happy for that. But if we're going to see Valencia played a number of times in the right-back position, and this guy's going to fill in and get used to the Premier League with playing a lot of cup games and stuff like that, and games here and there, a bit like Victor Lindelof has done this season, then it's going to be a bit worrying, because I do not want Manchester United to go into next season playing Antonio Valencia at the right back position. But this is still positive. Manchester United looking to make signings, looking to sign players and strengthen the areas that Manchester United have got a week in. It does look like, for me, this could be Manchester United's first signing, but we will have to wait and see if and when the deal for Fred goes through, because I do believe that that deal will go through this coming week or in the next week or so before the Brazil team fly off to Russia for the World Cup. That does look like a deal that is very much in the pipeline as well. A lot of reports coming out that the £52 million man will sign in the coming weeks, and it's only a formality that will happen. That will be exciting times. We've also got the Toby Alderweireld deal, which I think is very much realistic as well. And if we could sign them 3 players, then Manchester United will be at least halfway, probably more than that, into their transfer players that they want to sign this summer. I think we need to sign at least 5 players for Manchester United if we are to challenge for the Premier League and get a distance in the Champions League. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this new man that was potentially coming in from Porto. Have you watched him play at all? Do you know anything about him? Did he feature against Liverpool in the Champions League this season? That is a big question. I don't know, because I didn't watch Liverpool play Porto this season. If he did, did anyone watch the game, and how did he perform against Liverpool in the Champions League? Let me know in the comments box below if you know anything about him. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.